US government approved to release state-of-the-art Avenger drones to India. The US government has commenced its internal process to release armed Avenger, formerly Predator C, drones to the Indian Air Force. The acquisition of these machines is strategically important for India given the region's geopolitics. Over the last decade, Israeli drones have been procured in significant quantities by all three armed forces in India. The much-awaited 2x2 dialogue involving the foreign and defense ministers of both countries, India and US, will consider this topic of armed Avenger drones when they meet in the first quarter of 2018. The meeting, originally planned for January, has apparently been pushed to April. As reported by Faye earlier, during the U.S. Secretary of Defense James Mattis's visit earlier this year, the Indian Army had expressed interest in buying the Avenger drones from the US-based General Atomics. It was also decided that the request would be added along with that of the Indian Air Force. In October, during the annual press meet, Air Chief Marshal B.S. Dhanoa confirmed that they would be keen to consider if US releases that technology. Renowned global aerospace expert Dr. Vivek Lawla, who was in charge at Boeing Company a decade ago to bring the then latest technology of P-8I for the Indian Navy, has been a key figure to continue to cement defense relations with these drone platform sales, which are not offered to any other non-NATO countries. Sources also told Faye the U.S. administration and India have larger joint Make in India defense pursuits on the anvil beyond the drone sales as a next step. When U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj had met in New Delhi in October, it was decided that the new 2x2 ministerial dialogue as announced by the U.S. President Donald Trump will take place early next year. The Indian Air Force requires a huge number of drones, especially for contested airspace in the years to come. The projection of drone requirements is in the hundreds by all three services and is only limited by prioritization of defense budget allocations. The U.S. Air Force and Indian Navy have apparently made significant progress in government-to-government discussions on the sale of 22 Guardian unmanned aircraft system drones, high-altitude long-endurance aircraft that was announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Trump in June. It is expected that this deal will be inked in 2018. And the numbers are expected to go up as India is pursuing its blue economy and the Navy will be protecting the trade lanes as well as conducting anti-piracy operations. Acknowledging India's positive contributions to regional security and stability, including in matters beyond the maritime space, both India and US are having further consultations in maritime domain awareness area. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.